Okay, so I just found out something, but on the last video that I made for last week, I was using my AirPod, right? Supposedly for the audio, but I totally forgot that the mic doesn't work when you're recording videos. It only works when you're on call and shit. Yeah, that was just it was a little dumb thing that I just realized, and I was bamboozled pretty bad. But yeah, the topic that I want to talk to you guys about is about freedom. Throughout our times in high school, we often ache with the long hours of class time and extensive work that just never seem to end. We go through a repetitive schedule that jumps from class to class with the occasional breaks or lunch and recess, only to go back to the same everlasting clock-ticking box of boredom that rinse and repeats every single day. Sometimes we tell ourselves, can't wait to graduate, reach that freedom, or have my freedom. And oh boy, did we reach it. You get excited. You're in a whole new space where quite literally nothing can hold you back. But that's where it hits you. Quite literally nothing can hold you back. See, the things we don't realize with freedom, especially in America, is that just as you have nothing to hold you back, you also have nothing to keep you forward. Meaning you are 100% responsible for keeping yourself forward in this world, which includes learning to get resources, investing those resources, and finding ways to maintain a flow of these resources. Now, are you catching on to what I'm saying? So yeah, initially you think to yourself that you're going to be doing so much in your life. You're going to be doing all these projects, accomplish all these goals, and all these futuristic thoughts. But as time goes on, the way you think starts to adjust a bit. 4 goals become 3 goals, 3 goals become 2, and all of a sudden it becomes 1 goal or just none at all. So how did it end that way? Well, if I could give you an answer, it probably has to do with your comfortability. When freedom truly catches up to you, you generally don't have anything to keep you working, right? For example, the most you get done is get a job. You have a source of income that allows you to survive in this world. But once you get home from work, you're on your day off. In this day and age, what would you usually do to spend your free time? Social media, video games, etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying that these things are bad. They really aren't. And I personally enjoy myself doing these things. It's just that you really have nothing to lose when you're passing time with these things. So your purpose adverts from trying to create something in life to comfortably doing these activities for periods of time, which is what gets pretty risky considering the amount of dopamine you receive from these things. The partial reason why college still works nowadays is because of that uncomfortable drive it gives you to focus on receiving your degree. You get that drive to keep doing assignments and going to classes from multiple sources, whether that be the amount of money you pay for college, the benefits that these degrees can get you, or even the pressure that you get from your family or friends despite not wanting to go through such a thing. Though it seems very unethical to do so, there are still people that go through such things, right? Going back to these hobbies, social media, video games, socializing in general, all those things, most of the time their core purpose is to allow you to relax and recharge from the things that you do outside of them. But if you choose to maintain these things as a stress reliever while you're not working towards something, then you're going to stay comfortable. You won't have that uncomfortable drive to keep you moving forward to reach that higher purpose and you initially wanted to accomplish. Again, there are people that are totally fine with that. And if you're fine with where you're at right now, then obviously this video is not for you, right? Because I am speaking to those, including myself especially, who have various goals that require the arduous effort and consistency to accomplish them. It's in our face a lot, but a lot of the times we don't realize how difficult it is to get out of being comfortable to working towards something. To give you more of a reality check, this freedom I'm trying to tell you guys doesn't stop at the goals and dreams in your mind, but the entire world. We are brought into this world where structure is already created, right? We have to learn about money, the economy, it's not about what you know, but who you know phrase, how people survive nowadays with roommates, everything, man. And we have to deal with it because majority of the schools do not teach us this. Really sucks that we are not taught about these things, these everyday things at a younger age, and it sounds really unfair to do so, but that's the thing. The world is unfair, yet the majority of us refuse to make a difference with our lives and stay comfortable. We don't realize it much, but when we express our frustration with how the world is now, we think at the pretense that it should. It creates some sort of ego that submerges you into a mindset that I shouldn't do anything. It's everyone else's fault that I am where I am right now, you know? And I totally get it. Life is very hard and there's so much information out there that I need to know. Correction. Life is hard and there is so much information I have access to. And I am confident that my life will be more ahead if I at least try to absorb the information. The beauty of this freedom we have is also that we get to do whatever we want. And I'm sure it takes just a little bit of perspective and the will to actually start. There's a saying that I keep in mind whenever I am going to the gym or just exercising in general, and it goes by, take a few days or weeks out of your time to form a new habit. Once you do that, your habit will eventually grow and become your routine, and your routine will eventually become your lifestyle. It doesn't matter whether if this is true or not, but when I applied that mindset to exercising, I was able to keep at it until I have this urge to keep it up, right? It became ingrained into my system, so now I feel like shit whenever I don't exercise as much as I should. Now that's already a piece of information that I can use as a tool throughout my day. Now think about what I can do if I applied that saying to other things in my life. Now I can apply it to my vlogging because I want to get back at it again. I can use it to keep developing my game and eventually be able to market it. There's so many possibilities with just that small piece of information. Imagine if you keep absorbing information that allowed people to become who they are and you applied that to your lifestyle. Now you have your engineers, your doctors, actors, actresses, your streamers, YouTubers, all those things that you aspire to be. Again, there's so much that we need to learn to get ahead in this world. But then again, there's also so much that we can learn to get ahead in this world. It's the freedom that it gives us that allows us to be able to get to where we are. And I'm sure that it all takes a little bit of perspective and the willingness to learn all we can to reach the life that we want. As for me, I have always wanted to try YouTube. And I had a minor setback, maybe like about a year or so, but it doesn't change the fact that I believe that I can take this somewhere and I couldn't even imagine. I just need to keep at it and learn a lot more. So yeah, to put it short, make the most out of your freedom. Bro, I forgot what I was gonna say. Sometimes it may take a little bit of awareness to, know exactly where you are in your life. And I'm sure that sometimes it feels like there's no answer to improve. But there really are. I'm sure there's a stepping stone for everything. And I'm sure that as you start and you keep at it, you'll eventually grow into something. At least that's how I believe it right now, because I have things that I want to do, and before I leave this world, I want to make sure that I get everything I wanted done to just be satisfied, satisfied that I've lived the life that I wanted. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on freedom. I've learned this over the course of going through that decision that I made. If you don't agree with it, then that's totally okay. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. But yeah, I'm not going to babble on for too long, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Shoots!